Hey Scorpio, welcome to your reading. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, or Ascendant, and Venus. And regardless of which sign you're reading this, or which planet you're reading this for, the main bit is that this resonates. So if this doesn't resonate, you can just completely ignore the video. If this does resonate, then that is great. Also, follow your intuition throughout the video. So, like, if you feel something isn't sitting well with you, or if you feel maybe there's a message that really resonates with you, just to pick up on that, or take note of it, or I don't know, whatever you want to do with this reading. So you have the High Priest, the Empress, Page of Cups, Six of Cups, Knight of Swords, and at the top of the deck you have the Four of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, let's see what's at the bottom. The Temperance, peace, harmony, serenity, admiring your surroundings, finding balance. And again, at the top of the deck, Four of Wands, I guess partying for some people, or what's another word? Basically enjoying life, I guess, like a celebration, basically. And when I saw that Page of Cups, I thought maybe there will be news of a child on the way. And I saw the Empress, and it's like, yeah, there's a child on the way. And I saw the Six of Cups, and it's like, okay, children, maybe for some of you, children, or it could be that some of you will be hearing news of, again, a child on the way, or maybe multiple, I don't know, but like there's this sense of having a child. It doesn't have to be your child, but there is, again, I'm seeing that message is heavily related to your love life, basically, since this is a love reading. So I want to move on to this Knight of Swords real quick. So with the Knight of Swords, and with that sort of shield on the horse, it's kind of like, it gives me a sense of being unique and moving forwards in your own style, moving ahead in love in your own way, to basically to be yourself in love and do things your way in love, not to have to fit someone else's box, but rather to be yourself in your love life, and to speak up for what you believe in. Also, with that that Six of Cups energy, normally that is, again, hinting to a past situation. And I'm not saying that it is the case of you getting back with your ex or anything like that, or someone from your past, but rather healing the past. So tackling the past. So for some of you, rather than like going ahead in love, or okay, for some of you it's the case of basically healing from this past, and I guess appreciating the good parts, and maybe even seeing things from a different point of view. And I say that because this does look like a sort of positive card, and you do have the High Priest, as above so below. So I guess looking at the past with a different lens, basically, from a different point of view. So in the case of it being someone from your past, maybe like an ex, this is an example. So like an ex, maybe you reach out to them or they reach out to you, and you talking about things, or talking about what happened in the past, and coming to a conclusion, to maybe finally move on. Or I don't know what the outcome of the conversation will be, but I'm seeing it be like leading to more healing with that Page of Cups as well. The water is quite healing, and again with that Temperance card, there was that sense of being healed, or rather balanced, dipping her foot in, or dipping the angel dipping their foot into the water. So the Knight of Swords could also, for some of you, let me pick up this card, could also for some of you be talking about, I'm seeing winds of change with this card, winds of change. So the winds are changing, things are spinning, the wheel of fortune is moving for you. Although you don't have those cards here, I am getting, like, the word just came to my mind, the winds of change, especially when I saw those clouds. The sky may be clearer for you, maybe things will be clarified, maybe through this conversation, you'll hear new truths, you'll hear new sides of the story, maybe you haven't heard, you didn't hear before, and maybe even your judgment of what happened before will change. Again, like I said, your lens changing about a past relationship. So there could, like for some of you, be some form of hostility with that conversation, or maybe just in love. Not for all of you, but for some of you, it could be hostility. But for most of you, I'm seeing this being more about being bold and declaring yourself. Not literally like I don't know, spray painting the walls as a declaration or anything. Rather just being yourself, being unique. Well, I do see this as someone who has their guard up as well. So maybe you have your guard up, or the person who this is related to in terms of your love life has their guard up. So yeah, like the way the horse is sort of I guess positioned kind of reminds me of a tornado. Yeah, of a tornado for some reason. Um, like something you wouldn't really want to approach, so not to get hurt. Maybe it's the case of you having again this guard to keep people away, or certain people away, or someone else having their taking a stance which kind of repels people in a way. But then there's again this sense of control as well, because he has his hands on the reins of the horse. So again, there's this sense of control and knowing when to have your guard up and when to let it go. So again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So with this Six of Cups, there's again this heavy sense of a sense of being in nature and flowers, appreciating. I guess maybe you'll be appreciating your surroundings more. You do have as above, so below here as well. Or maybe it's the case. It's rather that your viewpoint of the world as well has changed, as above, so below, as within, so without. I'm getting a sense of miracles occurring with these two cups on the sort of pond, like seemingly floating on the pond. And also a sense of again emotional healing the past, healing past wounds. Maybe again having a conversation with someone from your past. For some of you, it could lead to healing. For some of you, there may be some hostility, maybe having your guard up, or and maybe having your guard up for a good reason as well. I don't necessarily see it as a hugely negative thing, but more as it being there for a reason, or rather than that, just being confident, or a mixture of all those things. Rather, I keep saying rather. And again, fertile grass here, like the grass stretches on and on and on, and in this sense of fertility with the Empress as well, and in that child, and like this is usually a message card, so you hearing news of pregnancy. Let me just fix these real quick. Okay, so Page of Cups. Again, there's this sense of like when I said tornado here, I'm not really getting tsunami or anything like that, but this sense of being overwhelmed by something. So it could be just overwhelming words, the message of being overwhelming. So it could be quite a huge waves of surprise coming your way, unexpectedness and intensity, basically, both mentally, conversationally, so in terms of communicating with people, and emotionally. So yeah, I'm seeing like receiving a message that's very overwhelming and very surprising. So again, for some of you, this is related to pregnancy, or maybe for some of you, it's like talks of adoption. And for some of you, if you're interested in adopting, or rather than an actual human child, it could be maybe a pet for some of you. Although I'm not really getting that, there aren't really that many. I mean, you do have a rabbit here with the Empress card. So with this Empress, sometimes I do see this as starting a business with someone rather than having a child. But with this card here, that this card was the one that initially gave me that sense of news of pregnancy. Then I saw this card. So because of the order it went in, I am seeing this more as a child rather than a business. Again, I'm getting that sense of confidence with this card as well. That sense of I guess wielding power in some way. Again, that sense of like being able to do miracles. So maybe this is as surprising as witnessing a miracle, basically. It could be that December period is quite important. Maybe that's when this will happen. I'm getting Canada as well. These trees kind of remind me of Canada for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe that's the case for some of you. Maybe that's where someone who this is related to is from, or maybe where you're from, or rather, again, this is to do with Christmas time, December period. And the gold coloured chair, well, kind of gold, kind of reminds me of Leo. That the colour, I guess, the yellowish. So yeah, as I mentioned before about that shield being up here, the shield is put down and is a love heart. So it could be about opening up to new ideas, opening up to new possibilities, and to I guess it's mainly new ideas, because again, this is being creative. This card is about being creative, and there's this shield being put down and it being shaped as a love heart. So again, being open to new things, to new ideas, to new maybe philosophies, to maybe being open to this news as well, or to this healing with this conversation I mentioned earlier. And again, lastly, you have as above, so below, with the high priest and the two keys, the stars and the sun. I'm getting a sense of like a pillar of support. You have these two pillars here, and from the top of the deck, the Four of Wands, you have these 4 wands that are kind of like pillars as well. So I'm getting a sense of excitement, overwhelming joy, similar to here. This is like being overwhelmed, intense emotions, similar to here as well, and being open to something. I'm also getting a feeling of oneness with the as above, so below sort of message with this card. Being one with, I guess, maybe nature, which is what I was kind of feeling with this card. And kind of with this card, with the way she's holding the wand as well, the green, so being one with nature. Maybe you're feeling more connected to nature, like, and to link that with your love life. It could be like for some of you who are looking for new love, for example, maybe like that's where you meet new love, maybe in another country, like maybe in a snowy country, in a cold country, maybe in December, maybe while pursuing this new idea, or maybe healing from, the message is more about healing from your past relationships rather than exploring new love for some of you. Just so you understand, like, to link it with your love life, since this is a love reading. Okay, so, and it's like the grass here and then the grass here as well. So lots of like fertility kind of stuff and expansion and creativity. 9 of Swords under the 4 of Wands. So a sense of fears and worries. So maybe it's the case of, again, that conversation, maybe you have your guard up, you're a bit worried, a bit scared, but then maybe after having the conversation, you're a bit more open and stuff like that. It could be a conversation with your ex or conversation about children. And back to the bottom of the deck. The Temperance, I already mentioned that. Healing, again, finding balance. And on top of that, you have the 7 of Swords, lies. So I mentioned before, hearing new truths, hearing new sides of a story, seeing things from a different perspective. And I'm seeing the need for that with the 7 of Swords, that some things you may not have known the truth about, and you soon being told that truth, or you need to start that conversation to hear the truth. Okay, I'll leave it there before this gets too long. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this resonated. Hopefully this helps in any way to clarify things. Yeah, thanks for watching.